5 years ago, I relocated across the country for a job opportunity. My older siblings, Dwayne and Cora, remained in our hometown while I settled into life in Seattle. Our father passed away when we were teens, leaving our mother with a family home, some savings, and his pension. Last year, when Mom turned 63, she mentioned she was collaborating with Dwayne, who had recently earned his real estate license, to manage her affairs. But last fall, our usual communication shifted. Mom, who typically called me twice a week, switched to sending short, vague texts, often late at night. When I suggested a video call, she claimed her internet was unreliable or that she was too exhausted. I proposed visiting for Thanksgiving, but she said she was joining a church group for a cruise. Dwayne backed up her story when I called to confirm. Since he'd managed Mom's finances since Dad's death, I trusted him. For Christmas, I mailed gifts to her address. Dwayne texted that Mom was visiting friends, but promised to deliver the packages. When I asked for her friend's address, he said he didn't have it, but assured me she was enjoying herself. Though something felt off, I let it go. In February, a hospital nurse called me. Mom had collapsed in a Walmart parking lot, her blood sugar dangerously high. She'd been living in her car for at least 2 months, enduring freezing 26 degrees Fahrenheit nights. They found my number in her phone. I flew back immediately. In the hospital, Mom looked frail, connected to IVs, her diabetes aggravated by missed medications. Her nails were grimy, and she wore 3 layered sweaters. When she saw me, she murmured, "I didn't want to trouble you." The truth unraveled slowly. Last summer, Dwayne persuaded Mom to sign over the house and her accounts to him and Cora, citing tax benefits and probate avoidance. After the paperwork, they changed the locks. They told her she could stay in the guest house temporarily. 2 weeks later, Cora said the guest house needed renovations and gave Mom $2,000, telling her to find a place for a few months. She stretched the money at a budget motel until December, then resorted to her car, moving between parking lots and cleaning up in gas station restrooms. Shame kept her from telling me. I confronted Dwayne from the hospital. "Mom's been homeless," I said. He dismissed it, claiming she was seeking attention and that they'd offered her an apartment. That was false. The apartment was a single room with a shared bathroom costing $1,100 a month, more than Mom's $1,087 Social Security check, which Dwayne had been collecting, claiming to manage it for her. I visited Mom's house, now Dwayne's, where he lived with his wife, Catalina. The lawn was pristine, a new Audi parked beside Mom's old Camry, now sporting Catalina's vanity plate. Dwayne blocked me from entering. Through the window, I saw Mom's antique dining table, restored by Dad for their 25th anniversary, and Catalina serving coffee in Mom's china. I hired an elder abuse lawyer. We filed for emergency injunctive relief and contacted Adult Protective Services. The lawyer noted that while the deed transfer seemed legal, the circumstances pointed to financial exploitation. 3 days later, with police and court orders, we returned. Dwayne was stunned, expecting I'd believe his story. His lawyer, Arthur, tried to bar entry, but the police enforced the order. Inside, Mom's belongings, her bedroom furniture, Dad's watch collection, family photo albums, were gone. Cora arrived, yelling that we were trespassing and claiming Mom had willingly given them everything. We learned they'd sold her possessions online and through consignment shops, using the money for a kitchen remodel, Catalina's car, and a European vacation. They'd told everyone Mom was in a luxurious retirement community with constant care. Their accountant, Douglas, provided documents showing Mom had gifted her assets. Her signature was on them, but she'd signed thinking they were standard tax forms, trusting her children. When I showed Mom the evidence, she wept quietly. "They're still my babies," she whispered. "I don't want them in trouble." But I couldn't let it slide. The lawyer filed civil and criminal complaints. Dwayne and Cora were served yesterday and have been calling relentlessly, swinging between threats and crocodile tears. Last night, Mom gazed at old family photos, saying, "I raised them better than this." I stare at my siblings' faces in those pictures, grappling with how they left our mother to sleep in a car while enjoying her home and belongings, letting her health decline while pretending she was cared for. They didn't just steal her things. They robbed her of her dignity and trust in her own children. For that, I'll ensure they face every consequence. They assumed I'd back down like Mom did. They're in for a shock. First update. It's been 2 weeks since I shared this. Many of you asked for updates, and honestly, writing it out has been strangely cathartic. Mom's health is slowly improving. Her diabetes was dangerously unmanaged. Her A1C was 11.2, which is terrifyingly high. The doctor said she was at risk of death or amputation without urgent care. Her medications are now stable, and she's eating regularly, but she tires quickly. It's like watching someone heal from prolonged torment, which is essentially what happened. I brought Mom to Seattle to live in my apartment spare room, as I didn't trust Dwayne and Cora not to meddle if we stayed in town. They know her friends' addresses, and I wouldn't put it past them to spin some manipulative tale. The night before we left, Dwayne showed up at our hotel. I nearly lost it when I saw him, playing concerned brother, asking about Mom's health and claiming they were worried. I asked where that worry was when she was freezing in her car. He just stared blankly, then tried to gaslight me, insisting Mom wanted to give him the house, and was thrilled about her independent setup. I asked if that setup was a Walmart parking lot, and he had the nerve to say she chose that by mismanaging their $2,000. Mom was in the bathroom, thankfully, because I was second from dragging him out. Instead, I threatened to call hotel security. He tried to push past me to reach Mom, but I held the doorway. I'm 5 feet 4 inches, he's 6 feet 1 inch, but anger gave me strength. He couldn't budge me. He left after I started recording him, warning that I'd regret turning Mom against him. Typical abuser tactics. Our lawyer, Henry, filed for emergency conservatorship, with a hearing next week. He's also working with police on criminal elder abuse charges, a felony in our state, since they took over $100,000 in assets. We discovered Dwayne and Cora had been siphoning Mom's accounts for 3 years, small loans and gifts of $2,000 or $5,000, totaling over $90,000. They told our extended family Mom was financially reckless, painting themselves as dutiful children saving her assets. I called Andy Izolda, Dad's sister, who was horrified. She'd been told Mom was in a nice assisted living facility with limited visitors. Dwayne and Cora sent fake updates about Mom's wonderful life there. Izolda is now rallying the family, and Dwayne and Cora are facing a barrage of calls demanding answers. The police found Catalina wearing Mom's wedding ring and diamond earrings, which she claimed Mom gifted her. Mom thought they were safe in her deposit box, but Dwayne had access. The accountant, Douglas, panicked after police contact, claiming he thought Mom agreed to the transfers. Dwayne had brought her to one meeting, where she seemed confused, and he implied she had dementia. Mom is mentally sharp, but Dwayne used this lie to justify controlling her finances. Douglas admitted he should have verified with Mom directly, but trusted Dwayne's act. He's now cooperating, providing all records. Cora, meanwhile, sent a venomous 5-paragraph text, accusing me of jealousy and claiming I abandoned the family by moving away, now scheming for Mom's money. I forwarded it to Henry and blocked her. Yesterday, we prepped with Henry for the hearing. He's confident we can secure the conservatorship and void the property transfers due to fraud and undue influence. The criminal case will take time, but charges are likely. Mom still defends them sometimes, saying they didn't mean it or thought they were helping. The psychologist says this is typical in elder abuse cases, especially with family. Last night, Mom woke from a nightmare, crying, asking if she had to return her car because Dwayne needed the guest house. It took 20 minutes to calm her, assuring her she's safe. The rage, I feel, is like a cold weight in my chest. Looking at old photos, Dwayne teaching me to ride a bike, Cora styling my hair for prom. I can't reconcile them with who they've become. The hearing is next Thursday. Henry says they'll likely claim Mom is incompetent or I'm manipulating her, but medical records prove her competence. It'll be messy, but I'm focused on restoring Mom's health and dignity. I'm also ensuring Dwayne and Cora face legal and social consequences. Everyone will know their true character. To those asking if I fear ruining the family, what family? They shattered it when they valued Mom's possessions over her life. Second update. The court date arrived, and it was intense. I spent the week helping Mom prepare to face Dwayne and Cora. Henry warned they'd likely portray her as confused or incompetent, so we rehearsed clear, confident responses. The evening prior, my mother hardly caught a wink of sleep. She kept wondering aloud if we could resolve the family dispute without legal battles. I softly reminded her that her children had left her without a home, sold her belongings, and even wore her wedding ring. That wasn't a simple mix-up. It was deliberate, malicious betrayal. We traveled back for the court hearing. Henry, our attorney, suggested arriving early to steer clear of any hallway confrontations. Wise advice, as Dwayne, Catalina, and Ka arrived with their lawyer just moments before the proceedings, clearly planning to catch Mom off guard. Their stunned expressions upon seeing us already seated in the courtroom were unforgettable. Their attorney, Jeremy, was a polished real estate specialist, not someone versed in elder abuse cases. A glaring warning sign. When the judge inquired about the property transfers, Jeremy claimed Mom had lovingly gifted her assets to her children. The judge, unconvinced, demanded proof of Mom's intent to give rather than transfer for tax reasons. Jeremy presented a letter, allegedly from Mom, stating her wish to hand everything to Dwayne and Ka. Mom was visibly shaken. She'd never written such a letter, and the handwriting didn't resemble hers. The judge scrutinized it, asking for the original document, not a photocopy. They couldn't provide it. Conveniently, our lawyer countered with Mom's medical records, proving her mental competence, debunking their claims that she needed assistance managing her affairs, and bank statements revealing the systematic depletion of her funds. Then came the photographs. Henry had instructed me to capture Mom's living conditions when I found her. The images showed her sleeping in her car, wearing dirty clothes, her insulin kept in a gas station cup with melting ice. The judge's face, a mix of revulsion and sorrow, said it all. The turning point was Douglas, the accountant, testified that Dwayne had explicitly stated the transfers were for tax and probate purposes, ensuring Mom could stay in her home. He produced emails where Dwayne outlined plans to minimize taxes while keeping Mom comfortable. Dwayne's face paled. The judge then asked Mom directly what she believed when signing the documents. Trembling but resolute, Mom explained she thought she was organized in her estate, so her home would pass to her children after her death, not while she still needed it. She said Dwayne assured her she was signing tax forms, and nothing would change. Her voice cracked as she recounted being forced out of her home, confused and terrified. Ka interrupted, claiming Mom was living extravagantly and they were helping her downsize. The judge swiftly silenced her, sarcastically asking if a car in a Walmart parking lot was suitable for a diabetic elderly woman. Ka was speechless. Mom described how they changed the locks during her doctor's appointment, how her key no longer worked, and how Dwayne told her through the door to figure it out. A gasp echoed from the courtroom gallery. Mom broke down, recounting rationing her insulin due to lack of funds and her shame in hiding her plight from me. During cross-examination, Jeremy suggested Mom had agreed to the arrangement, but later changed her mind. Mom stared him down, asking why anyone would willingly become homeless. The room fell silent. Jeremy then implied Mom had spending issues they were protecting her from. Henry's objection was sustained, and the judge instructed Jeremy to stay on topic. Dwayne testified, insisting Mom intended to gift the house, but his story unraveled. He first called it a gift, then said it was his idea to help with taxes, then claimed Mom had financial troubles they were addressing. The judge pressed him on why Mom ended up homeless if they were helping. Dwayne said she rejected an apartment they offered, but Henry proved it was unaffordable for Mom's income. Dwayne claimed they gave her $2,000 in cash, which he allegedly squandered. Henry countered with bank statements, showing no deposits, and reminded the court of Mom's lifelong support for Dwayne and Ka. Dwayne had no response. Catalina testified next. Henry asked about Mom's jewelry, and she claimed Mom insisted she take it. No proof existed, no note, no witness. Henry showed photos of Catalina wearing Mom's wedding ring at a party months before the house transfer. Catalina, flustered, said it was a loan Mom forgot to reclaim. The judge wasn't convinced. By day's end, the judge granted me emergency conservatorship, froze Mom's assets, and ordered a prosecutor to investigate criminal charges. He also mandated a full accounting of everything taken from Mom in the past 3 years. Outside, Ka exploded, screaming that Mom was dead to her and had chosen the wrong child. Security intervened as Mom trembled, and a court officer offered her water, checking if she needed medical care. That night, Annie Zelda welcomed us at her home, where family members apologized for believing Dwayne and Ka's lies. Cousin Alan wept, regretting he hadn't verified Mom's situation himself. Uncle Antonio arrived from Arizona, bringing old family photos and spending hours reminiscing with Mom, sparking her first genuine smile in weeks. Shockingly, while we were at Zelda's, Dwayne and Ka returned to Mom's house, loading furniture into a truck at 11 p.m. A neighbor alerted us, and Alan called the police, who caught them violating the asset freeze. They were warned but not arrested due to unclear ownership. The next morning, with police, we found the house ransacked, valuables, photos, and jewelry gone. Mom's mattress was missing. She stood in her empty bedroom, whispering she just wanted her pillow back. I had to step out to compose myself. The police documented the theft, adding it to the elder abuse and fraud investigation. We returned to Seattle, Mom exhausted. I took leave to support her. She has good and bad days, sometimes laughing, sometimes silently crying. She still loves her children, asking if we can drop the charges if her house is returned. I remind her they must face consequences. Henry updated us that the judge scheduled a hearing for permanent conservatorship and asset accounting. Dwayne and Ka hired a criminal defense lawyer, signaling their worry. The prosecutor wants to discuss charges with Mom, who, after hesitation, agreed, realizing their actions were intentional. The legal system is my revenge, watching their lives unravel and their reputations crumble. I'll fight until Mom recovers everything. They underestimated us, thinking distance or Mom's love would stop us. They were wrong. I'll update after the next hearing. Your support has been invaluable. 3 months later, the ordeal intensified. 2 days after returning to Seattle, I woke to 17 missed calls. Dwayne had contacted my boss, falsely claiming I'd kidnapped Mom to steal her money. I had to explain the situation to my boss, mortified. Ka posted on Facebook, alleging Mom's mental instability and my manipulation, tagging family and friends. Reporting the post failed. A restraining order pushed their attacks underground, with Dwayne slandering me to Mom's friends. At the next hearing, their new lawyer, Jeremy, claimed Mom willingly gave her assets but later got confused. In the hallway, Ka cornered Mom, threatening to expose a non-existent drinking problem. I pulled Ka away. She scratched my face. Security intervened as Ka played victim. The judge granted permanent conservatorship and ordered a full asset accounting. Dwayne erupted, blaming us for ruining his family. Catalina later contacted me, claiming ignorance and returning Mom's jewelry. Dwayne, furious, confronted us at our hotel, triggering Mom's panic attack and ER visit. Catalina's divorce filing revealed texts proving Dwayne's scheme to hide Mom's money. Dwayne and Ka now face felony charges for elder abuse, fraud, theft, and exploitation. Dwayne violated the restraining order, risking bail revocation. He's spreading lies about Mom's mental state. We're planning to relocate Mom, as her house holds too many painful memories. The prosecutor says they face 3 to 5 years if convicted. Mom, torn but resolute, supports maximum penalties. Tomorrow, we meet a victim advocate to prepare for trial. Your support has shown Mom she's not alone. Final update. Jeremy proposed a plea deal as Dwayne and Ka fear prison. The prosecutor offered reduced charges for returning Mom's assets, restitution, and 5 years probation with no contact. Dwayne initially countered with community service, but new evidence from Catalina prompted acceptance. Recovering Mom's assets was grueling. They'd sold jewelry, antiques, and photos, spending $467,000 in 18 months. They'd mortgaged Mom's house for a failed investment and used her credit cards. Untangling the house's title took months, but we regained it. The house, remodeled poorly, broke Mom's heart. She sold it, placing proceeds in a trust. Dwayne and Ka took the plea, paying restitution over 20 years. Missing a payment means prison. Catalina, divorced from Dwayne, returned more items. Their apology letters lacked remorse. Your support has been a lifeline. Act fast if you suspect elder abuse.